What is special about me? I'm not sure. What would you consider special? Like, I'm athletic. The foundation, if it wasn't for them, I probably would have quit track a long time ago. When I met the foundation, I was at an unstable group home. I was in a group home that had a lot of kids come in that were on probation, you know, doing drugs. It was normal to ask who was your probation officer instead of normal to ask who's your caseworker. And the foundation, they came on campus at that time when I was at that group home, and I could have got involved in all this other stuff because I felt like I don't have the support of financially, so why should I try to do anything, you know? And I just can ask, you know, a foundation, a foster, you know, could I have some track cleats? And, you know, there's no budgeting involved, there's none of this involved, but they just need to know that I'm on top of my stuff, you know, I'm doing good in school and I'm doing things that are, you know, good for me instead of, you know, just acting out and expecting to get anything. I always wanted to come back and help other people. And I don't want to sound cliche saying that, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff that a foster child sees, you know, that the community might not see or might not understand. You know, first thing they supported me with, not necessarily tangible, it's more emotional and confidence. Like, they help me, you know, just knowing that I have something there, you know? Because of the way they help me, you know, it kind of motivates me, you know? It's a little bit of motivation, you know, when I'm running on the track, at a track meet, or when I play basketball, you know, it's just there because I know people are doing this for me and I do something with it.
Go,
Wow. By the way, I won that race. Just to let you know. I won that race. All right. So, my name is James, 19 years old. I attend Boone High School. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. At the age of 1.5, I was entering foster care, but didn't know until the age of 6. You know, I was at this, I remember being at this foster home, the first one I can vividly remember because they were such caring, loving people, compassionate people, and they were Jamaican. I've always been envious of Jamaicans. Don't know why, but I am. But I was there, and I love these people. My first hint of love, I wanted to be there. I was happy. I was really happy. And I remember sitting down one day with the family and my caseworker, and my caseworker asked me this question. At this time, I'm 8 years old. My caseworker asked me this question, James, would you like to be adopted by this family? And 8-year-old kid, I'm like, whoa, adopted? What does that mean? He's like a forever family. And that idea of forever scared me. It scared the heck out of me. I was like, whoa, forever? And I'm so used to all this other change, and I'm thinking, I want to be with them forever, but I don't want to be with them forever. And I made the decision that I'm not going to be with them forever. And I regret that till today. I don't think it's a decision that I should have made. You know, I was just scared because they were moving back to Jamaica. So now I'm thinking I'm with this forever family, and I'm in this new country. I was like, I can't have that. So I ended up moving, unfortunately, and I came up to this next foster home. And this foster home was like day and night from the one I just left. This is when I first was abused. And I'm not talking about a little whipping on the behind, I'm talking about punch, just abused. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think this is right. But at such a young age, I just developed, I just thought it was normal. I started thinking it was normal, coming home. And if I'm not doing it right, I'm not acting right, then this is what happens to me. And I thought that was a normal disciplinary action. So being there for 2 years, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I can't be here either. I said, these people aren't treating me right. But I can say that I did love these people. I'm not gonna stand up on this stage and tell you I didn't love these people. Because I knew what I had to do not to get hit when I got home, and I knew what I had to do, and I knew the consequences when I got in trouble at school. But these are things that I feel were out of my control because, come on, look at the predicament I was in. I mean, I just found out I was in foster care. I'm supposed to be smiling and lollipops all day. You know, I'm just thinking to myself, like, come on, give me a break. So after that, I moved out of that group. I moved out of that foster home and I entered a new foster home, and this is a single parent elderly woman. And I was, my main issue there was having a problem with bullying. This when I was first and only bullied, by the way. So I'm there, and this kid, I don't know what his problem was. We had so much things in common, and he just did not like me. Something about it. He just didn't like what I did or how I did it. I don't know. Maybe I was too cute for him. So, one day we go roller skating. I'm pretty sure it was for an adoption event. I don't remember. But we were roller skating, and I fell down and broke my arm in 3 places. That is a scary sight. I was looking and I was screaming. So I get back home, have the cast and all wrapped up, and I sit down on the floor, and the lady was asking me, do I want something to eat? And I kind of barked at her. I was like, no, I'm done. Because the kid, and then I look at this kid. He comes out of his room. He just sees me. He's like, just starts rolling. He's just laughing his head. I'm just like, dude, like, come on. I think, where's your heart at? I'm saying, and I look at the lady, I'm just looking for her to help me. I'm like, help me. I need help right now. I can't do anything to him. He's older than me. And on top of that, I'm disabled. It's like, help me. And she just looks back at me, vacant eyes, and just kind of like, and then she goes prepare dinner. And I stay there for a little bit more. My arm heals up. And one day I was sick of it. I was like, I got to go. I got to go. I can't be here anymore. So I ended up leaving there too. And now I'm entered into this group home. My first group home ever, I'm not sure, I don't really remember, but I was there, and this is when I learned kind of who were snakes, what people could I trust, what people couldn't I trust. I picked up a lot of things at this group home. I even figured out what it is how it feels for an adult to be passive-aggressive to a child. Never understood why that happens, but, things happen. So I was there, and these people were cruel. More of the managers, they were cruel. They were really cruel people. And the staff, they seen it, but what much can they do? I'm asking them to defend me, but if they end up defending me, they can end up losing their job, and now they can't provide for their family. So I thought to myself, that was selfish. So of course I didn't. But one day we sit in a family meeting. Mind the words family, and there was 3 group homes in all at this group home, and there was a mass of 40 kids in one room, boys and girls. I don't care who you are. If you're a boy and there's other girls in the room, like them or not, you're going to want to look good, right? You know what I'm saying? So they're there, and I'm thinking to myself, this is not going to be good, because usually family meetings end up in tears and somebody's getting ridiculed. So one day we were called from outside. We were all just out there. We were playing dodgeball. I don't remember the particular sport, but we were out there, and we got called inside, and I guess there was a staff that kind of filed a complaint about the kids not having good hygiene. So we sit down in front of all these people, boys and girls, like I said, and then one of the managers called up one kid, says, come here. So he walks up in front of all these people, all these kids, the kids he lived with, the kids he eat with, the kids he respects and thinks respect them, and then he kind of looks at me because he kind of knows what's going to happen. He kind of knows something bad. He's just not feeling right. And I was there as a role model to him because he can always turn to me for anything, and I always stood up, whether it was right or wrong. I just was defiant. To any staff, any man, I don't know, that was just me. So he goes up, and they're like, I need you to wipe your face with this little white cloth. Poured a little chemicals on it. He wiped his face, and they took it from him and showed it to everybody. Now his rag had dirt on it because we just came from outside. And they tell him, you're dirty and you're nasty. You need to learn to wash yourself and wash your face better. Do you know where to start when you take a bath? Asking all these questions, and this whole time this kid's standing up there strong, and he finally makes eye contact with me and starts bawling. And now this is the first time I didn't know what to do because it was unpredictable. I was like, man, I can't do nothing for you, man. Like, this is too much for me to handle. I can't stick up for you. So being there, I'm just like, I kind of realized, like, not everybody cares. Some people are there for the paycheck. Some people, they're just bother us. That's how I feel sometimes. And things like that, I feel like need to stop, but, what can you do? So I'm there, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. Can't stay here either. I said, I need to be somewhere where I can be progressive. And it was hard for me to get out of that group home because this is when I started to mature around middle school. Not like super mature, but like I started I started to get more focused on things that are a little bit more important. I was getting good grades as I wasn't in other places. And they're like, you doing good? What do you mean? Look, you're doing good. You're getting this and you're getting that. I was like, yes, I'm getting good grades. Yes, I'm doing this. But you know why? Because you told me I have to do this to leave the place the right way. And now I'm doing it. Now you're telling me I can't leave? So hold on. I'm confused now. But eventually I end up leaving. And I come back to this. I come back over to Orlando in my comfortable environment, and I come back and I'm thinking, all right, that wasn't cool, but I'm here now. Now I'm at this bottom of the barrel type place. Places where kids are thrown, and like in the video I said, it's regular to ask who's your probation officer instead of to ask who is your caseworker. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I was around people who were there for the wrong reasons. Some of the people were just community children. They weren't even DCF. They couldn't even cope with us because they didn't know what it was like to be us because they wasn't us. They wasn't DCF. They was community. They were community kids. And I'm there, I'm just like, oh man, this is a hole. I can't be here. I was going to a school I couldn't prevail in. For example, my school took me out of biology as a freshman, and I learned that biology are for freshmen. They gave me physics, so now I'm working backwards. So I realized all this thing. I was like, I got to get out of here too. Now one day I was sitting down in the living room doing my daily routine, and I come across my staff. He's like, yo, I need you to go to the administrator. We call it the White House because these are all the big people at. So I go up there. I'm like, oh man, I'm in trouble. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? So I'm going up there, and then I'm met by this little short woman, the biggest smile ever. I was like, how did you fit all that smile on your little face? I'm just like, what is this? So that's all. I vividly remember that day because she sits down to me in the little office and she said, you know, James, I want you to tell me your story. And it felt refreshing to be asked that. I want you to tell me your story. Because at this point, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I didn't think anybody cared about what I do and how I do it and cared where I've been and what I've been through. I didn't think so. But this one little lady, smallest lady I've ever seen in my life, biggest smile in the world, asked me, what happened? So I tell her, and I found out later that this lady is named Maria. She was part of the Foundation for Foster Children. This is my first interaction with the foundation. And first interaction, you know, was the best. I was like, what? I was like, who are these people? I need more of them. I need more of them. So she asked me to be part of this fashion show. Now she on top of this. Now she asked me to be her. Now she asked me, first she asked me to tell me her life, tell me my life story, and now she's asking me to go model? I'm like, you are my best friend. I was like, you are my best friend. And by the way, I didn't think she was gonna be here today, but she is here today, and I'm happy. Now she got to see me brag on her a bit. I hope that's not a little weird. But so I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to go to this fashion show. Now I'm on top of my high horse. I come back to this little group home, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the fashion show. They want to see my body. Look at this. Look at my clothes. I'm wearing all this clothes, all this stuff. I'm just a walking bank, you know, this and that. And I get there, and, you know, I do my thing. I have fun, twirling around like a Michael Jackson. I don't know what I was going through that day. But anyways, I get there, and I'm having a good time. So now I'm back. I'm back up to my peak. And it only took a little bit of that. It didn't take much for me to get back on top. Now I'm like, okay, I woke up back in reality. And as I'm back in reality, I realized to myself, I said, I can't be in this group home or this school because this is not helping me to be what I want to be. So I said, I got to go. I got to go. And let me leave. Let me go. So I ended up leaving there, and now I'm at this. Now I'm at the group home I am presently, and I go to the school. Boom. And this school is black and white from the school I just came from. A school, big difference, everybody, all A's, by the way. Last year. So I get there, and I'm happy. I'm like, dude, I could work with this. But in the group home, I'm back to this environment where I can't trust everybody again. The administrator's a little etchy and sketchy, and I'm just like, oh, man, I'm back in this predicament. But now I'm older. I'm 17, 18, 19 years old. Not all at the same time. But I'm these ages, and I'm thinking to myself, I said, y'all temporary. I was like, you guys are temporary. I said, I don't need y'all for very long. I said, you guys are here to feed me and serve me. I said, that's how I got to start looking at it. I had this loss of hope. I can't look at everybody to love me anymore. Now I got to see what I can get from you and then take it and run with it so I can find the people or develop a family that will love me for who I am. So I'm there now, and I'm just like, I'm there now, and I'm just like, yes, I'm good, I'm happy. But one day I needed some track shoes, and they told me, oh, track shoes are a privilege. I looked them in the eye, I was like, I said, that was dumb. I was like, all right, Foundation of Foster Children, can I have some track shoes? Thanks. All right. So I get back today, and I'm wearing the track shoes. Where'd you get those shoes? I said, oh, I don't know. I asked the foundation. And they're like, so now they're like, oh, so you got whatever you want anyway, da-da-da. So now I'm getting like this, now I still getting it. I'm still kind of getting this like cold shoulder from everybody in there just kind of looking at me. It's like, dang, he's successful. Dang it, he's successful. Dang, he's successful. I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I'm there, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm good. I got the Foundation for Foster Children by my side. And at first, to be honest, when I was with them, I was like, all right, they're only here financially. Can I push the boundaries? Can I ask for something that I haven't asked for anybody in a while? And I said, I want a little bit of emotion. I want a little bit of love and compassion. And they had it. It was weird love and compassion, but it's there. It's there. So it's like, I was like, it's real because I've never seen it before. Did it sound like it came out of a book? Like, for example, like a therapist, they kind of show this, oh, I care about you. But everything they're saying, it sounds like it's from a book and like a robot. But them, it's just them, off the top. And I'm just like, yes. I said, these people are here. They're not a hologram. I'm smacking them in the face. They're right next to me. And that's what I needed. I needed a little bit consistency in my life. Have y'all ever baked a cake? Anybody? I'm sure y'all have. Y'all look like cake bakers. So I'm over here, and I'm like this. They were like my secret. They were like my ingredient that I needed. You ever bake a cake and you just don't have that consistency down packed, so you mixing the batter flipping here and flipping there because it's too loose and you can't control your emotions when you're trying to stir, and you're just frustrated and kitchen's a mess. Kids are crying. I don't have kids, but that's how I feel my life was. It was out of control. Couldn't control it. I had nothing. I'm missing something. And that's what Foundation for Foster Children were. They were that key ingredient that I needed. Because when you get that key ingredient in that cake, what happens? You're able to turn it better. Now your wrists start hurting and you're moving and grooving and you're happy and smiling. It's like, I'm finna cook this cake and my husband's finna be happy. So now you're at this point, and this is where I am. I'm finna be happy. I got this key ingredient. I got control. I'm happy. And I remember one of the ladies, she was like, so why do you want to go to Florida State? Why'd you want to go to Florida State? And I was like, thought about it, and there's this vivid memory pop up with me and my sister in the backseat of a car. I'm very stubborn. Anybody who knows me, I am very, very stubborn. And I don't know if it's because of trust issues, but I just know I'm stubborn. And my sister asked me, oh, where do you want to go to college? I'm like, what's college? She's like, Dada, this is this is that. And she was a Gator fan. So you can already see where this is headed. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's a Gator fan. I said, who don't you like? She's like, Seminoles. I was like, as in Florida State. And she was like, yes. This is 8 years old. I'm having this conversation with my sister. I'm like, okay. She was like, so where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? I said, I don't like those colors. I'm going to be a Florida State. I'm going to be a Seminole. And she was like, what? And she was really immature. She was very immature for her age. She was like 12, I don't know. But so we started rustling and tussling in the back seat of the car. My caseworker would look behind. My caseworker was driving the car, and she's not looking on the road, but she's looking back at us like, what's going on? What are y'all doing? And I yelled at my caseworker. I said, I'm going to Florida State. So now, after 11 years from that, I am going to Florida State.